Hey everyone, Pastor Peter here. Just thought we'd continue on with Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18 is where we'll be today. We'll be reading from the New Living Translation, and it's something that I really like reading from because it's easy to read. So hopefully you've enjoyed the New Living Translation with me, but this is what Proverbs 18 says. So let's read together. Unfriendly people care only about themselves. They lash out at common sense. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air out their own opinions. Doing wrong leads to disgrace, and scandalous behavior brings contempt. Wise words are like deep waters. Wisdom flows from the wise like a bubbling brook. It is not right to acquit the guilty or deny justice to the innocent. Fools' words get them into constant quarrels. They are asking for a beating. The mouths of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. Rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart. A lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. The rich think of their wealth as a strong defense. They imagine it to be a high wall of safety. Haughtiness goes before destruction. Humility precedes honor. Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. The human spirit can endure a sick body, but who can bear a crushed spirit? Intelligent people are always ready to learn. Their ears are open for knowledge. Giving a gift can open doors. It can give access to important people. The first to speak in court sounds right until cross-examination begins. Flipping a coin can end arguments. It settles disputes between powerful opponents. An offended friend is harder to win back than a fortified city. Arguments separate friends like gates locked with bars. Wise words satisfy like a good meal. The right words bring satisfaction. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. The man who finds a wife finds treasure, and he receives favor from the Lord. The poor plead for mercy. The rich answer with insults. There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. Few verses that I really like. I really like the last verse. There are friends who destroy each other. There's a lot of those around who want to destroy our reputation, who seek out for themselves rather than to those around them. For me personally, I only have, at any given moment in my life, there's only a few close friends that I have, few good friends, maybe two, most three, but I can't usually find more than two close friends that are closer to me at any given moment. Throughout high school, college, even in life too later on, there's only a few close friends that I have. Two of my close friends that I had at a time of my life, they both passed away. They were brothers. And that was really rough because, they had families, and I remember spending a lot of time with them too. One of the brothers was a pastor up in Seattle with me, and we used to go to GameWorks and play video games on our downtime, grab meals. We'd grab steaks with each other. There was a verse that I said earlier, it's better to have vegetables with a friend than to have steak with an enemy, but it's better to have steak with a friend than to have salad or vegetables with a friend. I'll give you that. If you like soup plantation, good for you, but hey, I prefer steak or prime rib any day. But we spent a lot of times in sharing each other's burdens, being close with each other. My other friend, I was a groomsman for him, and we spent a lot of times. He used to travel a lot and fly through LAX, and I would come up and hang out with him when we had time, and just to catch up and share life with each other. But those two of my friends have passed on, and it's true. There are friends who destroy each other, but real friends stick closer than a brother. I don't have a brother. I only have a sister. But I would say these two two guys were like my brothers, as are the other people in my life who I think are close to me. Find those friends. They're the ones who support you through difficult times. They're the ones who are there sometimes beyond family too. Sometimes it's good to have some people outside the family just to kick back with. So pray that God gives you good friends, and be a good friend to those who are around. Let's go back to some of the verses that I really liked in this passage. Verse 7 is one of them, so if you have your Bibles there, turn to verse 7. It says this: the mouths of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. Yeah, sometimes we say dumb things, don't we? And when we do say dumb things, they trap us. Sometimes, especially if you're covering up for a lie, that will trap you easily, especially the more you say, the more you'll get in trouble. But sometimes when you're in anger, sometimes you're not in control of your tongue, you say things that you don't always mean. Or how you say things to people can also affect, and it traps you too. Sometimes you want something from someone, you say it in a mean way, they say, no, forget it. How you say something really matters. How you draw things out of people, how you have conversation with people. It's really important to watch how you say things. Verse 10, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress, the godly run to him and are safe. Yeah, this reminds me of a song that I sang back when I was younger. It was a worship song. I forgot what the song was called, but the chorus, I think, goes, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run into him and they are safe. We used to sing that all the time. But when we trust in the Lord, yeah, we will be safe. The godly run to him and are safe. The people who are not godly, who are foolish, they run around like headless chickens trying to make ends meet and trying to make things work. Rather than that, we should be the ones who pray and seek God first. Verse 13. Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. Yeah, that is true. Sometimes we need to listen before we talk, or in my case, sometimes we need to read before we talk. I have a tendency of not reading my texts in full. I use a smartwatch or whatnot, and so sometimes I just briefly glance over a message. Actually, let's take that back. Most of the time, I glance over a message. I briefly glance at a message. I don't fully read it. And a lot of times that's gotten me in trouble, especially with my wife. And when she needs me to buy something, I don't read plural and not plural, and sometimes I don't pay attention. Yeah, so watch what you say. Spouting off before listening to the facts or reading the facts is both shameful and foolish. It can get you in trouble. So watch out for that. Another verse. Let's go to verse 21. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. Very true. Those who love to talk will reap the consequence. Again, it goes back to listening before talking. The tongue can bring life or death. It's true. Whatever you say can hurt and can be used against you, not even in a court of law, but just in general. If you speak something and you say something and you're like, I wish I didn't say that, it's going to come back and it's going to bite you in the rear. It has me many times. And as a leader, we have to watch what we say. And for me, I'm verbose. I like to say a lot of things. And even when I'm preaching or even when I'm doing this, I don't like reading from a script. Believe it or not, what I'm using right now is a teleprompter to read through the Bible verses. So I have my eyes focused on the screen. I haven't memorized Proverbs by any means. But the last part of it, I usually just go off and I have a few places that I focus on. But then my thoughts just come out naturally. Now, do I say the wrong things? Yeah, these videos, I have to take a few takes just to make them right. Because sometimes I'll say the dumbest things and then I have to redo the whole video. But we have to be careful with what we say, because the tongue can bring life or death. I could get in a lot of trouble with what I say. And a lot of people are getting in trouble with what they say online too. People are attacking. I mean, there was the song that I think Gal Gadot did, that song, that Beatles song, and then there was a section that says, da-na-na, there's no heaven, and then some people fought back. I think Joe Rogan was like, what the heck? People are dying during this time. That song Imagine, that's what it was. People are dying during this time. Why would you sing about no heaven? What the heck? And then you had all these celebrities come together and do that, so she got a lot of flack for that. Poor girl. Nice song. Bad timing, perhaps? But yeah, we have to watch what we say and watch how we say it and take the time to listen rather than to talk. So another word from wisdom that comes from Proverbs: slow to speak, but quick to listen is key. So hopefully you got that lesson from today. As we reflect on our life and how we're dealing with people and preparing for reopening again, even though today we are shutting down, whoop-de-doo. Listen more. Don't say things you don't mean. Alrighty, have a great day. Hopefully this has been valuable for you. It's just a good reminder for me every single day. Am I better? I think I'm a little bit better as time goes by. Do I still make mistakes? Yeah, I make mistakes. Be gracious, people. Be gracious. Be loving. Be kind. Don't offend. Try to calm down. But when truth needs to be spoken, speak truth lovingly. Confront each other lovingly. See the key thing there? There's a common thread here. Love. And kindness goes with that too. God bless. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.